Hey everybody, this is Sierra Janelle. Welcome back to my channel. Here we talk everything beauty and business. So today I'm going to teach you my everyday simple makeup routine. And we are hopping right in with this tutorial. I am first using Fenty's Hydrating Primer all over my face. I personally like primer. Some people say primer is useless, but for me, it prevents my foundation from transferring and, slipping and sliding all over my face. So this is something that I do personally like. Now I have my foundation. This is Dewy and Smooth foundation from Maybelline. I'm going to place this all over my face in stippling motions. And with this brush, I just like to go in circular motions all over my face and kind of blend that pretty well into my skin. In the video here, you can see I am getting all over my face with this first layer of foundation. Normally this foundation matches me perfectly, but as you all are aware, we are in quarantine and we haven't really got too much sun, so the color might look a little off here. Again, just blending this all in, making sure that my face is all covered. Now we are going in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I use two colors. So this first color is going to be pretty close to my skin tone. And what this is just set a base for everything, kind of cancel out the darkness underneath my eye. Here, and I am bringing it all the way to the edge of my nose, just so when I go into contour, it's kind of already pre-contoured in a way. If you bring the highlighter all the way to the edge of your nose there. I am now using my finger. I personally like using my finger for the first layer anyways, to just make sure that it is evenly blended and kind of pressed into my skin. This makes more for a skin-like finish because the heat from your hands kind of warms the product up and place it exactly where you want it. Sometimes with brushes, we can misplace product because we don't have control of the brush. With your hand, you know exactly where you want to place it. And again, it just gives that skin-like finish, and especially with using highlighter, it is in a delicate place, which is underneath your eye. So you definitely want to be very, very careful about how much pressure you apply there. And I am just gonna go in, keep pressing that concealer over my eyelid as well, and that can also be the base for my eyeshadow. So again, I do take a long time on this part because I do really like to get all that concealer, make sure it's blended. So now I'm going in with a brush to give it that extra blendability here. Make sure everything is blended. Again, going in at my eye, and then you also want to focus on that part between kind of your eye socket and the bridge of your nose, because sometimes if we miss that kind of messes up your eyeshadow as you try to go if that base isn't laid in that area. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more concealer. This is a lighter color. It's going to brighten up my eyes a little bit more. This is a gold yellow tone concealer, so I'm only placing it right below my eye. So as you see, it gives it this instant brightness and that is just going to sit right underneath my eye and brighten up the eye a little bit. Again, you do want to be gentle around this part of your face because it is the most sensitive. And I'm patting the concealer right underneath my eye and kind of building on my eyelid for it to be my eyeshadow base. Next, I am going in with, this is actually a lip palette, but I like to use it as a cream blush. And just a pro tip, like, just because something says it's for your lips, that definitely does not mean that that is what you solely have to use it for. Like, that's the fun in makeup. We can kind of use it how we want to use it, put it how we want to put it on, use as much or as less as we want to. That's what I like about makeup. It's multi-purpose, so feel free to use whatever you have. Again, I am just going in, do a little smile and put it on the highest part of my cheeks, and just again patting it in there with my finger. To me, that gives the best outcome. Next, I am going with a Maybelline brow pencil and just going in and filling in my brows. My brows are naturally sparse, so sometimes they can get washed out when I take pictures. So I do just like to go in with the pencil just to fill them in a little bit. I personally don't like carved out eyebrows. I normally just focus on the bottom of my brow and then fill in the areas kind of like towards the arch that needs to be filled in. I like natural brows, and if my brows were naturally full, I probably would not even fill them in. And I'm just going in with light hair strokes just so it can look as natural as possible. Next, I have my contour. This is the contour stick, Ebony, I believe, from Fenty, and just going in down the bridge of my nose, across my forehead, underneath my cheekbone, and again on the other side, going underneath my cheekbone. And I am using a dense blending brush and kind of going in with this brush, and I'm just blending it so we have no line of demarcation. And this is a cream contour, so it makes it pretty easy to blend. And as you see, I go in with my fingers if I think it's a little bit too much, just to blend it out even more. And like I said, the finger is always going to give that skin-like finish, so just kind of blending in with the cream blush that are already placed. Once again, using my fingers. I feel like your fingers are your best tool. Going down the bridge of my nose and blending that nose contour. And as you see, I kind of put my contour into my eyebrows. I just find that gives a little bit more natural look. Next, I'm going with the Laura Mercier medium deep powder and pressing this powder in, but also kind of lightly baking as well. I don't like loads of powder underneath my eyes either. I feel that it dries my under eye out. So I kind of like to press it in and lightly just leave a little bit for me to bake. Lightly bake, I should say. A little bit on my forehead, on my chin. Kind of going back all over the places that I highlighted. Down the bridge of my nose. Especially that little part of my nose. It always gets oily, so I like to put more powder there. And a little bit kind of going diagonally from my lips. Next, I have a Morphe palette that I'm going to use my eyeshadow for. I'm going to go in that top corner color, and that is going to be my transition shade. Normally when it comes to my eyeshadow, I keep it at 2 or 3 colors. Sometimes just 1 color, honestly. Like, I'm so simple when it comes to eyeshadow. Partly it's because I don't know how to do it. But honestly, like 1 or 2 colors is all you really need, especially like, you know, for everyday makeup. 1 color, honestly, I probably gotta wait with that all over my eye. So it's just what you want to do and what look you're going for. Again, that is just going in the crease of my eye. And then I'm going with this other brown shade, which is also in the opposite corner. And I'm going to put this on my lid. And it's just going to add a little bit of warmth to the eye look. Just warming it up a little bit. This part is super easy, and that's that for the eyeshadow. I briefly just popped on some eyelashes. It takes me a long time to put eyelashes on, so I tend not to record that part. I am just using a brush and lightly dusting that powder off. As you see, it leaves a nice matte finish. Going in with the Black Radiance Contour Kit with the darkest color. And just going back over the contour that I already had. Bronzing the area. This is the Scandinavia spray. This is their bridal. This provides the most matte finish that they do have. Letting that dry. Next, I am going in with a brown lip pencil. This lip pencil is from Simply Cosmetics. I can put the link down below if you want to purchase it. This is Walnut. This is my favorite lip pencil. This lip gloss is Get Wet, again from Simply Cosmetics. This is a fan favorite. Everyone loves this lip gloss. I love this lip gloss. It's my favorite lip gloss. I would probably never ever use enough lip gloss. And that is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. If you do like this, like, subscribe, and share.